Picture this, deep in the heart of the jungle, under the shadow of towering pyramids, a Maya healer prepares a sacred ritual. With obsidian blades glinting in the firelight, they perform a ceremony believed to bridge the gap between the living and the divine. This wasn't just a spiritual act, it was medicine, a mysterious blend of science and faith that has baffled historians for centuries. What if I told you that the ancient Maya had secrets of healing so advanced, so ingenious, that some of their practices still influence modern medicine today? In this video, we're diving into the world of the ancient Maya and uncovering 30 of their most mysterious medicinal practices. From bloodletting rituals that connected them to the gods, to herbal remedies that could rival today's pharmaceuticals, their knowledge was nothing short of extraordinary. But here's the twist: many of these practices remain shrouded in mystery, leaving us to wonder how they achieved such remarkable feats without the tools and technology we have today. By the end of this journey, you'll not only be amazed by their ingenuity, but also left questioning what else we might learn from these ancient healers. So, are you ready to step into the world of the Maya and uncover the secrets of their medicinal mastery? Let's begin. Now, let's step into the first of these fascinating practices, bloodletting rituals. For the ancient Maya, blood was far more than just a physical substance. It was a sacred offering, a bridge between the human world and the divine. Bloodletting, or the deliberate act of drawing blood, was a central part of their healing and spiritual practices. But this wasn't just about physical health, it was a deeply symbolic act believed to open channels of communication with the gods. The Maya used obsidian blades crafted from volcanic glass to perform these rituals. These blades were incredibly sharp, allowing for precise cuts that minimized pain and maximized the flow of blood. Often, the blood would be collected on strips of bark paper or in ceremonial vessels, then burned as an offering to the gods. The act itself was seen as a form of purification, a way to cleanse the body and soul while seeking divine favor or guidance. What's truly remarkable is how bloodletting was intertwined with their understanding of the cosmos. The Maya believed that blood carried a person's life force or siechulul, and by offering it, they could restore balance between the earthly and spiritual realms. Kings and queens, in particular, were known to perform these rituals publicly, demonstrating their role as intermediaries between their people and the gods. But bloodletting wasn't just for the elite. Commoners also participated, often under the guidance of a shaman, to heal illnesses or seek protection. The practice was so deeply rooted in their culture that it became a cornerstone of Maya medicine, blending the physical and spiritual in ways that still leave us in awe today. As we move forward, we'll uncover even more of these extraordinary practices, each one a testament to the Maya's profound connection to the natural and supernatural worlds. Next, we'll explore their mastery of herbal remedies, a practice that might just surprise you with its sophistication. Now, let's turn our attention to another remarkable aspect of Maya medicine, their profound knowledge of herbal remedies. The ancient Maya didn't just rely on spiritual practices for healing, they also had an extraordinary understanding of the natural world, particularly the medicinal properties of plants. Their use of herbs wasn't just practical, it was deeply rooted in their connection to the earth and its healing powers. One of the most fascinating examples is their use of cacao. While many of us think of chocolate as a sweet treat, the Maya saw cacao as a powerful medicinal plant. They believed it could strengthen the heart, improve circulation, and even boost energy. Cacao was often consumed as a bitter drink mixed with spices and herbs, and was reserved for the elite and used in sacred rituals. Today, modern science confirms that cacao is rich in antioxidants, which support heart health, proving just how ahead of their time the Maya were. Another standout in their herbal arsenal was the chaya plant, sometimes called the Mayan spinach. Chaya leaves were used to treat inflammation, improve digestion, and even regulate blood sugar. The Maya would boil the leaves or grind them into pastes to create remedies for a variety of ailments. What's incredible is that modern research has shown chaya to be packed with nutrients like iron, calcium, and vitamins, making it a true superfood long before the term existed. But the Mayas' herbal knowledge didn't stop there. They also used plants like the sapodilla tree for its antibacterial properties, the bark of the copal tree for respiratory issues, and the leaves of the guava plant for wound healing. Each remedy was carefully crafted, often combined with other herbs to enhance their effects. What's more, these practices weren't just about treating symptoms, they were about restoring balance to the body and spirit, a holistic approach that modern medicine is only beginning to fully appreciate. The Mayas' herbal wisdom was so advanced that many of their remedies are still used today, both in traditional medicine and as inspiration for modern treatments. Their ability to harness the power of plants, combined with their deep respect for nature, makes their herbal practices a true testament to their ingenuity. As we continue our journey, we'll step into another fascinating practice, the use of sweat baths for purification. These rituals were more than just a way to cleanse the body, they were a gateway to spiritual renewal. Moving deeper into the world of Maya healing, we now uncover the transformative power of sweat baths known as temazcal. These sacred structures were far more than just places to sweat. They were portals to purification, both physical and spiritual. Imagine stepping into a small, dome-shaped hut, its walls made of stone or clay, heated by glowing volcanic rocks placed at its center. This was the temazcal, a space designed to cleanse not just the body but the soul as well. The Maya believed that illness often stemmed from imbalances in the body or spirit, and the temazcal was a way to restore harmony. The process began with heating the stones until they radiated intense heat. Water infused with medicinal herbs like eucalyptus or rosemary was then poured over the stones, filling the air with steam and the scent of healing. Participants would sit inside, often guided by a shaman, who led prayers, chants, and rituals to invoke the gods and spirits for healing. The heat and steam worked to open pores, release toxins, and improve circulation, while the herbs provided additional therapeutic benefits. But the temazcal wasn't just about physical cleansing, it was a deeply spiritual experience. The Maya saw the sweat bath as a symbolic rebirth, a way to shed old energies and emerge renewed. It was also used to treat specific ailments, from respiratory issues to muscle pain, and even to prepare women for childbirth. What's truly remarkable is how the temazcal reflects the Mayas' holistic approach to health. They understood that true healing required addressing both the body and the spirit, a concept that modern wellness practices are only now fully embracing. Today, the temazcal tradition lives on, not just in Maya communities but around the world, as people seek its profound benefits for mind, body, and soul. As we leave the steamy embrace of the temazcal, our journey takes us to another fascinating practice, the Mayas' advanced techniques for setting broken bones and healing fractures. These methods combined physical skill with spiritual wisdom, creating a unique approach to medicine that was both effective and deeply meaningful. Now, let's step into the world of Maya bone setting and fracture healing, where physical skill and spiritual belief intertwine to create a remarkable approach to medicine. The ancient Maya were not only skilled in treating broken bones, but also deeply attuned to the spiritual dimensions of healing. Their methods were surprisingly advanced for their time, combining practical techniques with rituals that honored the gods and the natural world. When a bone was broken, Maya healers would first carefully assess the injury. Using their knowledge of anatomy, they would realign the bones, often employing splints made from materials like wood or reeds to hold the fracture in place. These splints were crafted with precision, ensuring they provided stability without causing further harm. But the Maya didn't stop there. They also applied herbal poultices to the injured area. These poultices were made from plants known for their anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties, such as copal resin and the leaves of the chaya plant. The combination of physical support and herbal medicine helped speed up the healing process and reduce discomfort. What truly set Maya bone healing apart, however, was the spiritual dimension woven into every step. Healers often chanted prayers or performed rituals to invoke the aid of the gods, believing that divine intervention was essential for a full recovery. These chants weren't just symbolic, they were thought to channel healing energy into the patient, aligning their body and spirit for optimal recovery. The Maya saw illness and injury as disruptions not just of the body but of the soul, and their treatments reflected this holistic understanding. Remarkably, archaeological evidence suggests that many Maya patients recovered fully from fractures, a testament to the effectiveness of their methods. Their ability to combine practical medical knowledge with spiritual practices highlights their ingenuity and deep connection to the natural and supernatural worlds. As we move forward, we'll explore another intriguing aspect of Maya medicine ritual enemas, a practice that might seem unusual today but held profound significance in their healing traditions. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most fascinating and controversial practices in Maya medicine ritual enemas. This method, though unconventional by modern standards, played a significant role in their healing traditions, blending physical purification with spiritual enlightenment. The Maya believed that cleansing the body was essential not only for physical health but also for maintaining a harmonious connection with the divine. Ritual enemas were often administered using a mixture of hallucinogenic substances such as balshay, a fermented drink made from the bark of the balshay tree. This concoction was believed to have powerful cleansing properties, both physically and spiritually. The process involved introducing the mixture into the body through an enema, a method thought to allow the substances to take effect more quickly and intensely. The Maya saw this as a way to purge toxins and negative energies, preparing the individual for deeper spiritual experiences. But the purpose of these enemas went beyond mere physical cleansing. The hallucinogenic properties of balshay were believed to induce visions, allowing the patient to communicate with the gods or ancestral spirits. These visions were seen as a form of divine guidance, offering insights into the root causes of illness or imbalance. For the Maya, healing was not just about treating symptoms, it was about addressing the spiritual and emotional factors that contributed to disease. Ritual enemas were a way to access this deeper level of understanding, bridging the gap between the physical and spiritual worlds. The tools used for these enemas were often crafted with great care, reflecting the sacred nature of the practice. Enema syringes made from hollowed-out gourds or animal bladders were intricately decorated, sometimes adorned with symbols representing the gods or the natural world. The act of administering the enema was itself a ritual performed by skilled healers who chanted prayers and invoked the blessings of the gods. While this practice might seem extreme or even unsettling today, it underscores the Maya's profound belief in the interconnectedness of body, mind, and spirit. Their use of ritual enemas highlights their innovative approach to medicine, where even the most unconventional methods were rooted in a deep respect for the natural and supernatural forces that shaped their world. As we continue our journey through the mysteries of Maya medicine, we'll next explore their use of snake venom, a practice that reveals yet another layer of their ingenuity and spiritual insight. Moving forward, we now delve into another intriguing aspect of Maya medicine, their use of snake venom. While the idea of using venom as a remedy might sound dangerous, the Maya saw it as a powerful tool for healing, blending their deep understanding of nature with their spiritual beliefs. Snakes, often feared in many cultures, held a sacred place in Maya society. They were seen as symbols of transformation, renewal, and even divine power, making their venom a natural choice for medicinal purposes. The Maya carefully harvested venom from certain species of snakes, using it in small, controlled doses to treat conditions like arthritis and other inflammatory ailments. They believed that the venom, when administered correctly, could reduce pain and swelling, offering relief to those suffering from chronic conditions. This practice required immense skill and precision, as even a slight miscalculation could lead to severe consequences. Healers who worked with snake venom were highly respected, often undergoing years of training to master the art of dosage and application. But the use of snake venom wasn't just about physical healing. For the Maya, snakes were deeply symbolic creatures representing the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The shedding of a snake's skin was seen as a metaphor for transformation and renewal, and this belief extended to their medicinal practices. By incorporating snake venom into their treatments, the Maya sought to harness this transformative energy, believing it could help patients not only heal physically but also undergo a spiritual renewal. The risks involved in using snake venom were well understood, and the Maya took great care to minimize them. They often combined the venom with other herbal remedies to balance its potency, creating treatments that were both effective and safe. This careful approach highlights their advanced understanding of pharmacology and their ability to work with potentially dangerous substances in a controlled and thoughtful manner. The spiritual significance of snakes also played a key role in these practices. Snakes were often associated with the gods, particularly those linked to healing and the underworld. By using snake venom, the Maya believed they were tapping into the divine power of these deities, seeking their favor and guidance in the healing process. This connection between the physical and spiritual worlds was a cornerstone of Maya medicine, and the use of snake venom is a perfect example of how they integrated these two realms. As we reflect on this practice, it's clear that the Maya's use of snake venom was far more than a simple medical treatment. It was a deeply symbolic act rooted in their reverence for nature and their belief in the interconnectedness of all things. Next, we'll explore another fascinating aspect of Maya medicine, their sophisticated dental care practices, which included the use of jade inlays and herbal pastes to treat tooth decay. Stay tuned as we uncover more secrets of this ancient civilization's remarkable healing traditions. Now, let's shift our focus to another remarkable aspect of Maya medicine, their advanced dental care practices. The Maya were not only skilled healers but also pioneers in dental health, using techniques that were far ahead of their time. One of their most fascinating practices involved the use of jade inlays, a method that combined both aesthetic and medicinal purposes. These inlays were carefully placed into teeth, often as a form of decoration, but they also served to protect and strengthen the teeth, showcasing the Maya's ingenuity in blending beauty with functionality. Tooth decay was a common issue, and the Maya developed effective herbal pastes to treat it. These pastes were made from natural ingredients like crushed bones, shells, and plant extracts, which were mixed to create a powerful remedy for cavities and infections. The Maya understood the importance of oral hygiene and used these pastes not only to treat existing problems but also to prevent future ones. Their knowledge of herbal medicine played a crucial role in maintaining dental health, and many of their remedies were surprisingly effective. But dental care in Maya culture went beyond just practical health measures. Teeth were seen as a reflection of one's identity and status, and dental modifications, such as filing teeth into specific shapes or embedding precious stones like jade, were common. These modifications were not just cosmetic, they held deep cultural and spiritual significance. For example, jade was considered a sacred material, symbolizing life, fertility, and the divine. By incorporating jade into their teeth, the Maya believed they were connecting themselves to the gods and enhancing their spiritual power. The process of creating these dental modifications was intricate and required great skill. Healers would use sharp tools made of obsidian or flint to carefully shape the teeth and create small holes for the inlays. The jade pieces were then secured using natural adhesives, a technique that demonstrated their advanced understanding of both dentistry and craftsmanship. This practice was often reserved for the elite, as it was a sign of wealth and high status, but it also highlights the Mayas' commitment to both physical and spiritual well-being. Interestingly, these dental practices were not just about individual health, they also played a role in community identity. The specific patterns and materials used in dental modifications often indicated a person's social group, lineage, or even their role in religious ceremonies. This made dental care an integral part of Maya culture, connecting individuals to their community and their gods. As we explore these practices, it's clear that the Mayas' approach to dental care was deeply rooted in their worldview, where health, beauty, and spirituality were intertwined. Their use of jade inlays and herbal pastes not only addressed physical ailments, but also reinforced their cultural values and beliefs. Next, we'll uncover how the Maya used music and dance as powerful tools for healing, blending rhythm and movement with spiritual practices to treat both the body and the mind. Stay with us as we continue to unravel the mysteries of ancient Maya medicine. Now, let's step into the vibrant world of Maya healing through music and dance, where rhythm and movement were more than just art, they were powerful tools for restoring health. For the ancient Maya, sound and motion were deeply intertwined with spirituality, and they believed that these elements could harmonize the body, mind, and soul. Music and dance weren't just performances, they were sacred rituals designed to heal and protect. The Maya used a variety of instruments, including drums, flutes, rattles, and even conch shells, to create sounds that were believed to carry divine energy. These instruments weren't chosen at random, each had a specific purpose and meaning. For example, the deep, resonant tones of drums were thought to mimic the heartbeat of the earth, grounding participants and connecting them to the natural world. Flutes, on the other hand, produced melodies that were said to carry prayers to the gods, inviting their presence and blessings into the healing process. Chanting was another essential element of these rituals. Healers and shamans would recite sacred words or songs, often in ancient Maya languages, to invoke spiritual forces. These chants were carefully crafted to align with the rhythms of the music, creating a powerful synergy that could alter the energy of a space or person. The Maya believed that sound had the ability to cleanse negative energies and restore balance, making it a vital part of their healing practices. Dance, too, played a central role. Ritual dances were often performed in groups, with participants moving in precise, symbolic patterns. These movements weren't just physical exercises, they were expressions of devotion and connection to the divine. The Maya saw dance as a way to channel spiritual energy, using the body as a vessel to receive and transmit healing power. Certain dances were specifically designed to address physical ailments, with movements that mimicked the flow of energy through the body or symbolized the expulsion of illness. One of the most fascinating aspects of Maya healing through music and dance was their belief in the interconnectedness of all things. They saw the universe as a vast, harmonious system, and they used sound and movement to align themselves with its rhythms. By participating in these rituals, individuals could tap into this cosmic harmony, restoring balance within themselves and their communities. This holistic approach to healing highlights the Mayas' profound understanding of the relationship between the physical and spiritual realms. Interestingly, these practices weren't limited to the elite or the religious class. Music and dance were accessible to everyone, making them a unifying force in Maya society. Whether it was a community celebration or a private healing session, these rituals brought people together, fostering a sense of belonging and shared purpose. This collective aspect of healing underscores the Mayas' belief in the power of community to support and uplift individuals. As we reflect on the Mayas' use of music and dance, it's clear that their approach to healing was as much about the soul as it was about the body. By blending sound, rhythm, and movement, they created a holistic system that addressed the root causes of illness, both physical and emotional. Next, we'll explore the pivotal role of shamans in Maya medicine, uncovering how these spiritual guides used their knowledge and intuition to heal and protect their people. Stay with us as we continue to unravel the mysteries of ancient Maya medicine. Now, let's turn our attention to the heart of Maya medicine, the shamans. These spiritual guides were more than just healers. They were the bridge between the physical world and the unseen realms of the gods and spirits. In Maya society, shamans held a revered position, trusted with the well-being of their communities and the delicate balance of the cosmos. Their role was multifaceted, blending healing, divination, and spiritual leadership into a single, sacred calling. Becoming a shaman was no ordinary journey. It required years of rigorous training, often beginning in childhood. Aspiring shamans were chosen based on signs or visions, believed to be messages from the gods. Their education was intense, involving the study of medicinal plants, sacred texts, and the intricate rituals needed to communicate with the spirit world. They learned to interpret dreams, read omens, and perform ceremonies that could heal the sick, protect the community, or even predict the future. One of the most fascinating aspects of a shaman's practice was their use of trance states to access the spirit world. Through rituals involving chanting, drumming, or the use of hallucinogenic substances like balshay, shamans would enter altered states of consciousness. In these trances, they believed they could travel to other realms, converse with deities, and retrieve lost souls. This spiritual journey was essential for diagnosing illnesses, which the Maya often attributed to imbalances in the soul or the displeasure of the gods. Shamans also relied on a variety of tools and objects to aid in their work. Crystals such as quartz and jade were believed to amplify their spiritual energy and protect them from malevolent forces. They used obsidian mirrors for scrying, a practice that allowed them to see visions or communicate with spirits. Herbs, incense, and sacred fires were common elements in their rituals, each chosen for its specific spiritual properties. For example, copal resin was burned to purify spaces and invite the presence of benevolent spirits. One of the shaman's most important roles was that of a mediator. They acted as intermediaries between the people and the gods, offering prayers, sacrifices, and rituals to maintain harmony. When illness struck, the shaman would determine whether it was caused by physical factors, spiritual disturbances, or a combination of both. Their treatments often combined practical remedies like herbal poultices with spiritual interventions such as soul retrieval or offerings to the gods. The shaman's work was deeply rooted in the Maya's holistic view of health. They understood that healing wasn't just about treating the body, it was about restoring balance to the entire being. This meant addressing emotional, spiritual, and social factors as well. For instance, if a person's illness was believed to stem from a broken taboo or a curse, the shaman would perform rituals to cleanse them of negative energies and restore their connection to the divine. Shamans also played a crucial role in community life. They were called upon to bless crops, protect warriors, and guide leaders in making important decisions. Their wisdom and insight were sought in times of crisis, and their presence was believed to bring stability and protection. This communal aspect of their work highlights the Maya's belief in the interconnectedness of all things. Individual health was seen as inseparable from the well-being of the community and the natural world. As we explore the shaman's role, it's clear that their practices were as much about understanding the unseen as they were about healing the visible. Their ability to navigate both the physical and spiritual realms made them indispensable figures in Maya society. Next, we'll venture into the sacred spaces of the Maya, uncovering how caves and natural springs were believed to hold powerful healing properties. Stay with us as we continue to unravel the mysteries of ancient Maya medicine. Now, let's step into the mystical world of sacred caves and healing waters, where the Maya believed the boundaries between the physical and spiritual realms blurred. These natural sites were not just geographical features, they were portals to the divine, places where the gods could be reached and where the sick could find restoration. For the Maya, caves and springs were more than just resources. They were sacred spaces imbued with life-giving energy and spiritual significance. Caves, in particular, held a special place in Maya cosmology. They were seen as entrances to the underworld, known as Xibalba, a realm of both danger and healing. The Maya believed that these dark, mysterious chambers were inhabited by powerful deities and spirits who could influence the health and fate of individuals. To enter a cave was to step into the domain of the gods, and such journeys were undertaken with great reverence and caution. Shamans often led these expeditions, guiding the community through rituals designed to appease the spirits and seek their favor. One of the most remarkable uses of caves was for healing ceremonies. The Maya believed that illnesses, especially those resistant to conventional treatments, could be cured by accessing the spiritual power within these underground sanctuaries. Patients would be brought to the caves where shamans performed rituals involving offerings, prayers, and sometimes even bloodletting. The act of entering the cave itself was thought to cleanse the body and soul, removing negative energies and restoring balance. Offerings of food, pottery, or precious objects were left behind as gifts to the gods, ensuring their goodwill and assistance in the healing process. Natural springs, on the other hand, were seen as sources of pure, life-giving water, essential for both physical and spiritual health. The Maya believed that these waters were blessed by the gods, capable of washing away impurities and rejuvenating the body. Springs were often associated with specific deities, such as the rain god Chok, and were used in rituals to ensure fertility, prosperity, and protection. Bathing in or drinking from these sacred waters was thought to cure ailments, purify the soul, and even grant visions or prophetic dreams. The rituals performed at these sites were deeply symbolic. For example, a person suffering from a chronic illness might be bathed in the waters of a sacred spring while a shaman chanted prayers and burned incense. The combination of physical immersion and spiritual invocation was believed to amplify the healing effects, addressing both the body and the spirit. In some cases, offerings of flowers, shells, or small figurines were placed in the water as a gesture of gratitude and a plea for continued blessings. These sacred spaces also played a role in community-wide rituals. During times of drought or disease, entire villages would gather at caves or springs to perform ceremonies aimed at restoring harmony and health. These events often involved music, dance, and communal offerings, reinforcing the idea that healing was a collective endeavor. The Maya understood that the well-being of the individual was tied to the well-being of the community, and these rituals served to strengthen those bonds. The enduring legacy of these practices can still be seen today. Many modern Maya communities continue to visit sacred caves and springs, maintaining traditions that have been passed down for generations. These sites remain places of pilgrimage where people seek healing, guidance, and connection to their ancestors. The belief in the power of these natural spaces is a testament to the Maya's profound respect for the earth and its spiritual dimensions. As we leave the sacred caves and healing waters behind, we'll next explore another fascinating aspect of Maya medicine: the use of tobacco, not just as a ritual substance but as a powerful medicinal tool. Stay with us as we uncover how this plant played a dual role in both healing and spiritual practices. Now, let's turn our attention to a plant that held immense power in the ancient Maya world: tobacco. Far from being just a ritual substance, tobacco was a cornerstone of Maya medicine, revered for its healing properties and its deep spiritual significance. For the Maya, tobacco was more than a plant. It was a sacred gift from the gods, a bridge between the earthly and the divine. The Maya used tobacco in a variety of ways, both medicinal and ceremonial. One of its most common applications was in treating wounds and infections. The leaves were often crushed into a paste or poultice and applied directly to injuries. The natural antibacterial properties of tobacco helped prevent infections and promote healing, making it a valuable tool in their medical arsenal. But its use didn't stop there. Tobacco was also ingested or smoked to induce trances, allowing shamans to communicate with the spirit world and seek guidance for healing. In ritual contexts, tobacco played a central role in ceremonies designed to connect with the gods. Shamans would often blow tobacco smoke over patients or into sacred spaces, believing that the smoke carried prayers and offerings to the deities. This act was thought to purify the environment, ward off evil spirits, and invite divine intervention. The Maya saw tobacco as a conduit for spiritual energy, a way to open channels of communication with the unseen forces that govern their world. The spiritual significance of tobacco was deeply rooted in Maya mythology. They believed that the plant was a divine gift bestowed upon humanity by the gods to aid in both physical and spiritual healing. This belief elevated tobacco to a sacred status, making it an essential element in their religious and medical practices. Its use was not taken lightly. It was reserved for moments of great importance, whether in healing the sick, conducting rituals, or seeking visions. One particularly fascinating practice involved the use of tobacco enemas. While this might sound unusual to modern ears, the Maya believed that administering tobacco in this way could cleanse the body of toxins and restore balance. These enemas were often part of larger healing rituals, combining physical treatment with spiritual invocations to address both the body and the soul. The Maya understood that true healing required harmony between the two, and tobacco was a key tool in achieving that balance. The legacy of tobacco in Maya medicine is a testament to their ingenuity and their deep connection to the natural world. They recognized the plant's potential not just as a medicinal herb, but as a spiritual ally, a means of bridging the gap between the human and the divine. Even today, the reverence for tobacco persists in some Maya communities, where it continues to be used in traditional healing practices. As we move forward, we'll delve into another intriguing aspect of Maya medicine: the precision of their surgical techniques using obsidian tools. Stay with us as we uncover how these ancient healers performed complex procedures with remarkable skill and spiritual insight. Now, let's shift our focus to a remarkable aspect of Maya medicine: their surgical expertise using obsidian tools. The ancient Maya were masters of precision, crafting razor-sharp blades from volcanic glass to perform intricate procedures, including trepanation, the practice of drilling or cutting into the skull. This technique, though daunting by modern standards, showcases their advanced understanding of both the human body and the spiritual forces they believed governed health and life. Obsidian, a naturally occurring volcanic glass, was the material of choice for Maya surgeons. Its edges could be honed to an extraordinary sharpness, far surpassing the capabilities of metal tools available at the time. These blades were used not only for trepanation but also for other surgical procedures, such as removing tumors or treating severe injuries. The precision required for such operations highlights the skill and knowledge of Maya healers, who combined practical expertise with a deep spiritual connection to their craft. Trepanation, in particular, was a procedure steeped in both medical and spiritual significance. The Maya believed that certain illnesses, especially those affecting the mind or behavior, were caused by evil spirits or imbalances within the body. By creating an opening in the skull, they aimed to release these harmful forces and restore harmony. Remarkably, evidence from ancient skulls suggests that many patients survived these procedures, a testament to the surgeon's skill and the effectiveness of their methods. The spiritual aspect of these surgeries cannot be overstated. Before any procedure, shamans and healers would perform rituals to invoke the aid of the gods and ensure the success of the operation. Obsidian itself was considered a sacred material, believed to carry protective and purifying properties. The act of cutting into the body was not just a physical intervention but a spiritual one, a way to align the patient with the divine forces that governed health and well-being. The Maya also understood the importance of post-operative care. Herbal remedies and poultices were applied to wounds to prevent infection and promote healing. Patients were often secluded during recovery, allowing them to rest and receive further spiritual treatments such as prayers and offerings to ensure their full recovery. This holistic approach, combining physical surgery with spiritual care, reflects the Mayas' belief in the interconnectedness of body, mind, and spirit. The use of obsidian tools in Maya surgery is a striking example of their ingenuity and resourcefulness. They turned a natural material into a powerful medical instrument, blending practicality with profound spiritual beliefs. Even today, the precision and care demonstrated in these ancient procedures continue to inspire awe and admiration. As we move forward, we'll explore another fascinating element of Maya healing, the power of crystals like quartz and jade. Stay with us as we uncover how these stones were believed to channel energy and protect against illness. Now, let's turn our attention to another captivating aspect of Maya medicine, their use of crystals like quartz and jade for healing and protection. The ancient Maya held a profound belief in the power of these stones, seeing them not just as beautiful objects but as tools to channel energy, ward off illness, and connect with the spiritual world. Their use of crystals reveals a fascinating blend of artistry, spirituality, and medical knowledge. Quartz, with its clear, luminous appearance, was particularly revered by the Maya. They believed it had the ability to amplify energy and thought, making it a powerful tool for healers. Shamans often used quartz crystals during rituals to focus their intentions and communicate with the gods. It was also placed on the body during healing sessions, as the Maya thought it could draw out negative energies and restore balance to the patient's spirit. This practice reflects their understanding of energy flow within the body, a concept that resonates with modern ideas about holistic healing. Jade, on the other hand, was considered one of the most sacred materials in Maya culture. Its vibrant green color symbolized life, fertility, and renewal, making it a natural choice for healing purposes. The Maya believed jade could protect the wearer from harm, both physical and spiritual. It was often carved into amulets or beads and worn close to the skin, especially by those recovering from illness or seeking to maintain good health. Jade was also used in burial rituals, placed on the bodies of the deceased to ensure safe passage into the afterlife and continued protection in the spiritual realm. The Mayas' use of crystals wasn't limited to individual healing. They also incorporated these stones into their architecture and sacred spaces. Temples and altars were often adorned with quartz and jade, creating environments believed to be charged with spiritual energy. These spaces were used for ceremonies aimed at healing the community, reinforcing the idea that health was a collective endeavor, deeply tied to the well-being of the entire society. What's truly remarkable is how the Mayas' beliefs about crystals align with some modern practices. Today, many people still turn to crystals for their purported healing properties, using them in meditation, energy work, and even as decorative elements in their homes. While the scientific community may debate the efficacy of crystal healing, there's no denying the enduring appeal of these ancient practices and the sense of connection they provide to something greater than ourselves. As we continue our journey through the mysterious medicinal practices of the ancient Maya, we'll next explore the controversial yet intriguing role of ritual sacrifices in maintaining community health. Stay with us as we uncover the spiritual logic behind this practice and its significance in Maya society. Now, let's delve into one of the most debated aspects of Maya medicine: ritual sacrifices for health. While this practice may seem shocking to modern sensibilities, it was deeply rooted in the Maya's spiritual worldview. For the ancient Maya, health wasn't just an individual concern, it was a communal responsibility tied to the favor of the gods. They believed that maintaining harmony between the human and divine realms was essential for the well-being of their society, and sacrifices were seen as a necessary offering to achieve this balance. The logic behind these sacrifices was both practical and profound. The Maya viewed blood as a sacred life force, a powerful conduit between humans and the gods. By offering blood, whether through self-sacrifice, such as bloodletting rituals, or through the sacrifice of animals or even humans, they believed they could nourish the gods and ensure their continued protection. This act was not one of cruelty but of reciprocity, a way to give back to the deities who sustained their world. In their eyes, the health of the community depended on this exchange. Sacrifices were often performed during times of crisis, such as droughts, epidemics, or wars, when the Maya felt the gods' favor was most needed. High priests and rulers typically led these ceremonies, acting as intermediaries between the people and the divine. The rituals were elaborate, involving chants, dances, and offerings of precious items like jade, obsidian, and food. The act of sacrifice itself was seen as a sacred duty, a way to restore cosmic order and ensure the survival of the community. One of the most striking aspects of this practice was its communal nature. The Maya believed that the entire society benefited from these offerings as they strengthened the bond between humans and the gods. Even those who were sacrificed were often honored, seen as chosen individuals whose actions would bring prosperity and health to their people. This perspective highlights the Maya's deep sense of interconnectedness, where individual actions were believed to have far-reaching consequences for the collective. While the idea of ritual sacrifices may seem distant from modern medicine, it underscores the Maya's holistic approach to health. For them, physical well-being was inseparable from spiritual harmony, and sacrifices were a way to address both. This practice also reflects their understanding of the world as a delicate balance, where human actions could influence the forces of nature and the divine. As we move forward, we'll explore another fascinating aspect of Maya healing: how they interpreted dreams as messages from the gods and used them to diagnose and treat illnesses. Stay with us as we uncover the role of dreams in their medical practices and the wisdom they held for understanding the human condition. Now, let's step into the realm of dreams, where the ancient Maya found profound meaning and healing. For them, dreams were far more than random images or thoughts during sleep. They were sacred messages from the gods, offering guidance, warnings, and even cures. The Maya believed that dreams provided a direct line of communication with the divine, making them an essential tool in their medical practices. Dreams were seen as a window into the spiritual world, where the gods could reveal the root causes of illnesses or suggest remedies. When someone fell ill, it wasn't uncommon for a dream interpreter, often a shaman or a trained specialist, to be consulted. These interpreters were highly respected figures in Maya society, skilled in deciphering the symbolic language of dreams. They would listen carefully to the dreamer's account, analyzing every detail: colors, animals, objects, and even emotions, to uncover hidden meanings. For example, if a person dreamed of a snake, the interpreter might see it as a sign of transformation or healing, given the snake's association with renewal in Maya culture. Similarly, a dream involving water could indicate the need for purification or emotional release. The interpreter's role was to translate these symbols into actionable advice, whether it involved herbal treatments, rituals, or lifestyle changes. The Maya also believed that dreams could reveal imbalances in the body or spirit. If someone repeatedly dreamed of falling or being chased, it might suggest unresolved fears or spiritual unrest. In such cases, the interpreter might recommend specific rituals, such as offerings to the gods or participation in a sweat bath ceremony, to restore harmony. Dreams were not just diagnostic tools, but also pathways to healing, offering insights that went beyond the physical symptoms of illness. What's fascinating is how the Maya integrated dreams into their broader understanding of health. They saw the mind, body, and spirit as deeply interconnected, and dreams were a way to address all three. This holistic approach allowed them to treat illnesses not just at the surface level, but at their spiritual and emotional roots. It's a perspective that resonates even today, as modern medicine increasingly recognizes the importance of mental and emotional well-being in overall health. As we continue our journey through the mysteries of Maya medicine, we'll explore another intriguing practice, their use of psychedelic substances for healing and spiritual insight. Stay with us as we uncover how these powerful tools were used to bridge the gap between the physical and the divine. Now, let's venture into a practice that bridges the physical and the spiritual in ways that might seem extraordinary to us today: the Maya's use of psychedelic substances. For the ancient Maya, plants like psilocybin mushrooms and morning glory seeds were not just natural resources. They were sacred tools believed to open doors to the divine and unlock profound healing insights. Psychedelics played a central role in Maya rituals, often administered under the guidance of a shaman or healer. These substances were carefully prepared, sometimes ground into powders or brewed into potent teas, and consumed in controlled, ceremonial settings. The Maya believed that these plants allowed individuals to transcend the physical world, entering a state where they could communicate directly with the gods or ancestral spirits. This altered state of consciousness was seen as a way to gain wisdom, diagnose illnesses, and even receive instructions for treatments. Take psilocybin mushrooms, for example. Known as flesh of the gods in some Maya traditions, these mushrooms were revered for their ability to induce vivid visions and profound spiritual experiences. Shamans would often use them to seek guidance for healing, interpreting the visions as messages from the divine. Similarly, morning glory seeds, which contain a naturally occurring compound called LSA, were used to induce trance-like states. These seeds were sometimes crushed and mixed with water, creating a drink that was consumed during rituals aimed at spiritual cleansing or healing. The preparation and use of these substances were deeply ritualistic. Before consuming them, participants would often fast, purify themselves through sweat baths, or make offerings to the gods. The ceremonies themselves were carefully orchestrated, with chants, music, and prayers guiding the experience. The shaman's role was crucial, ensuring that the journey was safe and meaningful, and helping participants interpret their visions afterward. What's remarkable is how the Maya viewed these experiences not as mere hallucinations but as real encounters with the spiritual realm. They believed that the insights gained during these rituals could reveal the root causes of illnesses, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual. For instance, a vision of a specific animal or deity might suggest a particular treatment, such as an herbal remedy or a specific ritual. This holistic approach to healing, blending the physical and the spiritual, highlights the sophistication of Maya medicine. As we reflect on this practice, it's fascinating to see how the Maya's use of psychedelics aligns with modern explorations of these substances in therapeutic contexts. Today, researchers are studying compounds like psilocybin for their potential to treat conditions such as depression and PTSD, echoing the ancient belief in their transformative power. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another fascinating aspect of Maya healing: their use of massage and bodywork to relieve pain and tension. Stay with us as we uncover how these ancient techniques combined physical touch with spiritual care to promote overall well-being. Now, let's shift our focus to a practice that highlights the Maya's deep understanding of the connection between the body and the spirit: their use of massage and bodywork. For the ancient Maya, physical touch was more than just a way to soothe sore muscles. It was a sacred act intertwined with their spiritual beliefs and medicinal practices. The Maya employed a variety of massage techniques to address pain, tension, and even emotional distress. These methods were often performed by skilled healers or shamans, who used their hands, elbows, and sometimes even heated stones to apply pressure to specific points on the body. The goal was not only to relieve physical discomfort, but also to restore balance to the individual's energy and spirit. They believed that illness and pain were often caused by blockages or imbalances in the body's energy flow, and massage was a way to release these blockages and promote healing. One of the most fascinating aspects of Maya massage was its integration with herbal treatments. Healers would often combine their hands-on techniques with the application of medicinal oils, salves, or poultices made from plants like copal, aloe vera, or tobacco. These herbal preparations were believed to enhance the effects of the massage, providing both physical relief and spiritual purification. For example, copal resin, which was considered sacred, was sometimes burned during massage sessions to cleanse the space and invite the presence of healing spirits. The Maya also recognized the importance of touch in emotional and mental well-being. Massage was often used to calm the mind, reduce stress, and even treat conditions we might today associate with anxiety or depression. They understood that the body and mind were deeply connected, and their holistic approach to healing reflected this belief. In some cases, massage was accompanied by chanting, prayers, or the use of aromatic herbs to create a calming and spiritually uplifting environment. What's particularly striking is how these ancient techniques resonate with modern practices like therapeutic massage and aromatherapy. The Mayas' understanding of the body's energy systems and their use of natural remedies foreshadowed many of the principles we see in alternative medicine today. Their approach reminds us that healing is not just about treating symptoms, but about addressing the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. As we explore these ancient practices, it's clear that the Mayas' knowledge of massage and bodywork was far ahead of its time. Their techniques, rooted in both physical and spiritual care, offer a fascinating glimpse into a culture that valued balance and harmony in all aspects of life. Next, we'll delve into how the Maya used their advanced understanding of astronomy to time their healing rituals and treatments, revealing yet another layer of their remarkable ingenuity. Now, let's turn our attention to the stars and uncover how the ancient Maya wove their profound understanding of astronomy into their healing practices. For the Maya, the cosmos was not just a distant spectacle, it was a living, breathing force that influenced every aspect of life, including health and well-being. They believed that celestial events such as the movements of the sun, moon, and planets held immense power over the human body and spirit. By aligning their healing rituals with these cosmic rhythms, they sought to harness this energy for greater effectiveness. The Maya were meticulous astronomers, carefully tracking the cycles of celestial bodies and creating intricate calendars to predict significant events. They used this knowledge to determine the most auspicious times for conducting healing rituals, surgeries, and even the preparation of medicinal remedies. For example, certain phases of the moon were believed to enhance the potency of herbal treatments, while solar eclipses were seen as moments of heightened spiritual energy, ideal for performing rituals to cleanse and restore balance. One of the most fascinating applications of their astronomical expertise was in the timing of bloodletting ceremonies, which we explored earlier. These rituals were often scheduled to coincide with specific celestial alignments, such as the appearance of Venus or the solstices. The Maya believed that these moments created a bridge between the earthly and divine realms, allowing their offerings and prayers to reach the gods more effectively. By synchronizing their actions with the heavens, they aimed to amplify the healing power of their practices. The connection between celestial events and health extended beyond rituals. The Maya also observed how the stars and planets influenced the human body. For instance, they associated certain constellations with specific organs or ailments, believing that the energy of these stars could either heal or harm. This belief led to the development of treatments tailored to the positions of celestial bodies, such as using particular herbs or performing specific exercises during times when their associated stars were dominant in the night sky. Even childbirth and recovery from illness were timed according to astronomical cycles. Pregnant women were often advised to give birth during phases of the moon believed to promote strength and vitality, while convalescents were encouraged to rest and heal during periods when the stars aligned favorably. This holistic approach to health, blending astronomy with medicine, highlights the Mayas' deep reverence for the interconnectedness of all things. What's truly remarkable is how their understanding of the cosmos mirrors modern concepts like chronobiology, which studies how natural rhythms affect our health. The Mayas' ability to integrate celestial knowledge into their healing practices demonstrates a level of sophistication that continues to inspire awe. Their legacy reminds us that healing is not just a physical process but a harmonious dance with the forces of nature. As we move forward, we'll explore another intriguing aspect of Maya medicine, their use of fasting as a method of purification and healing, revealing yet another layer of their wisdom and ingenuity. Now, let's shift our focus to a practice that might feel surprisingly modern but has deep roots in ancient Maya culture: fasting. For the Maya, fasting wasn't just about abstaining from food. It was a powerful tool for both physical purification and spiritual renewal. They believed that by temporarily denying the body nourishment, they could cleanse it of toxins, reset its energy, and create a stronger connection to the divine. The Maya saw fasting as a way to prepare the body and mind for important rituals or healing ceremonies. By clearing the body of impurities, they believed they could open themselves to receiving guidance, visions, or blessings from the gods. This practice was often undertaken by shamans, healers, or individuals seeking to overcome illness or spiritual blockages. Fasting was seen as a way to strip away distractions and focus entirely on the spiritual journey, allowing for deeper introspection and clarity. But fasting wasn't just a spiritual exercise, it had tangible physical benefits as well. The Maya observed that periods of fasting could improve digestion, reduce inflammation, and even boost energy levels. They believed that giving the digestive system a break allowed the body to redirect its energy toward healing and regeneration. This aligns with modern understandings of fasting, which suggest that it can promote cellular repair and improve metabolic health. The timing of fasting was also crucial. Like many of their practices, the Maya often aligned fasting with celestial events or significant dates in their calendars. For example, they might fast during the new moon, a time associated with new beginnings and renewal, or before major festivals to purify themselves for communal rituals. This synchronization with natural cycles reinforced their belief in the interconnectedness of body, spirit, and the cosmos. Interestingly, fasting was sometimes combined with other healing practices, such as sweat baths or herbal treatments, to amplify its effects. The Maya viewed these combinations as a holistic approach to health, addressing both the physical and spiritual aspects of well-being. By fasting, they believed they could not only heal the body but also strengthen their resolve, deepen their spiritual awareness, and cultivate a sense of inner harmony. As we reflect on this practice, it's fascinating to see how the Mayas' understanding of fasting mirrors many contemporary wellness trends. Their approach reminds us that healing is not just about treating symptoms but about nurturing the whole self, body, mind, and spirit. And with that, we'll move on to explore another intriguing aspect of Maya medicine: their use of animal parts in medicinal treatments, revealing yet another layer of their ingenuity and connection to the natural world. Now, let's step into a world where the natural and the mystical intertwine. The Mayas' use of animal parts in their medicinal practices. For the ancient Maya, animals were not just creatures of the earth. They were powerful symbols of strength, wisdom, and spiritual energy. By incorporating animal parts into their healing rituals, they believed they could harness these qualities to treat ailments and restore balance to the body and soul. One of the most revered animals in Maya culture was the jaguar, a creature often associated with power and protection. Jaguar bones, in particular, were ground into powders or used in poultices to treat conditions like arthritis and joint pain. The Maya believed that the jaguar's strength and agility could be transferred to the patient, helping to alleviate pain and improve mobility. This practice wasn't just about physical healing, it was also deeply symbolic, representing the patient's connection to the jaguar's spirit and its role as a guardian in the spiritual realm. Bird feathers, especially those from sacred species like quetzals or eagles, were another key element in Maya medicine. These feathers were often used in rituals to cleanse the body and spirit, as the Maya believed they carried the energy of the sky and the gods. Feathers were sometimes burned to create smoke for purification ceremonies or worn as talismans to ward off illness and negative energies. The vibrant colors and delicate nature of feathers also made them powerful symbols of renewal and transformation, reinforcing their role in healing practices. But the Maya didn't stop there. They also utilized other animal parts such as snake skins, deer antlers, and even insect exoskeletons, each chosen for its unique properties and symbolic meaning. Snake skins, for example, were used to treat skin conditions, as the Maya saw the snake's ability to shed its skin as a metaphor for renewal and healing. Deer antlers, on the other hand, were believed to promote vitality and strength, often ground into powders or used in tonics to boost energy and endurance. What's fascinating is how the Maya balanced the practical and symbolic aspects of these remedies. While they understood the physical properties of these animal parts, they also saw them as conduits for spiritual energy. This dual approach reflects their holistic view of health, where the physical and spiritual were inseparable. By using animal parts, they weren't just treating symptoms. They were addressing the root causes of illness, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual. As we explore this practice, it's clear that the Maya's connection to the natural world was profound. They saw animals not just as resources but as partners in healing, each with its own unique gifts to offer. This reverence for nature and its creatures is a reminder of the intricate relationship between humans and the environment, a relationship that continues to inspire and inform modern medicine today. And with that, we'll turn our attention to another remarkable aspect of Maya healing, the use of honey, a sweet yet powerful remedy that played a vital role in their medical practices. Now, let's shift our focus to something sweeter yet equally powerful: the ancient Maya's use of honey in their medicinal practices. Honey wasn't just a treat for the Maya, it was a vital tool in their healing toolkit, revered for its natural antibacterial properties and its ability to promote wound healing. In a world without modern antibiotics, honey served as a remarkable remedy for infections, burns, and even digestive issues. The Maya harvested honey from stingless bees, a species native to the region. These bees produced a unique type of honey that was not only rich in nutrients but also packed with medicinal benefits. The process of harvesting honey was a careful and ritualistic practice, often accompanied by prayers and offerings to the gods. The Maya believed that honey was a gift from the divine, imbued with the power to cleanse and heal both the body and the spirit. When it came to treating wounds, honey was applied directly to cuts, burns, and sores. Its natural antibacterial properties helped prevent infections, while its thick consistency created a protective barrier over the wound, promoting faster healing. The Maya also mixed honey with other medicinal herbs to create poultices, which were used to treat a variety of skin conditions. For internal ailments, honey was often consumed as a tonic or mixed into herbal teas to soothe sore throats, ease digestive discomfort, and boost overall vitality. What's truly fascinating is how the Maya recognized the dual role of honey. It wasn't just a physical remedy but also a spiritual one. They believed that honey had the power to purify the soul, often using it in rituals to cleanse negative energies and restore balance. This holistic approach to healing reflects their deep understanding of the interconnectedness of body, mind, and spirit. The Maya's use of honey as a medicinal agent was centuries ahead of its time. Modern science has since confirmed what the Maya knew intuitively, that honey is a potent antibacterial and anti-inflammatory agent. Today, honey is still used in wound care and natural remedies, a testament to the enduring wisdom of ancient practices. As we move forward, we'll explore another intriguing aspect of Maya medicine: the significant role women played as healers and midwives, shaping the health and well-being of their communities. Their knowledge and skills were indispensable, and their contributions continue to inspire us today. Now, let's turn our attention to a cornerstone of Maya medicine, the indispensable role of women as healers and midwives. In Maya society, women were not just caregivers, they were the backbone of their community's health and well-being, wielding profound knowledge of herbal remedies and childbirth practices that were passed down through generations. Their expertise was vital, blending practical skills with spiritual insight to nurture both body and soul. Women healers, often referred to as Ixchel or Amen, were highly respected figures. They were the keepers of ancient wisdom, skilled in identifying and preparing medicinal plants for a wide range of ailments. From treating fevers with bark infusions to easing pain with poultices made from local herbs, their knowledge was vast and deeply rooted in the natural world. They understood the properties of plants like chaya, used to reduce inflammation, and cacao, which was believed to strengthen the heart. This mastery of herbal medicine made them indispensable in a society where health and spirituality were deeply intertwined. Childbirth was another area where women healers excelled. As midwives, they guided mothers through the birthing process with a combination of physical care and spiritual rituals. They used herbs to ease labor pains and prevent infections, while also invoking the protection of the goddess Ixchel, the divine patroness of childbirth and fertility. The midwife's role extended beyond delivery. She was also responsible for ensuring the newborn's health, often performing cleansing rituals and offering blessings to safeguard the child's future. What's remarkable is how these women balanced their roles as healers with their spiritual duties. They were not just practitioners of medicine, but also mediators between the physical and spiritual realms. Through prayers, offerings, and rituals, they sought to align the forces of nature and the divine to bring about healing. This holistic approach reflects the Maya's belief in the interconnectedness of all aspects of life, body, mind, and spirit. The legacy of these women healers continues to inspire us today. Their knowledge of herbal medicine and their compassionate care laid the foundation for many modern practices. As we move forward, we'll uncover another fascinating aspect of Maya medicine, their use of clay and mud for healing, a practice that combined the earth's natural properties with their spiritual beliefs. Stay tuned as we dig deeper into this ancient wisdom. Now, let's shift our focus to another fascinating aspect of Maya medicine, their use of clay and mud for healing. The ancient Maya had a deep connection to the earth, and they believed that its natural elements held powerful medicinal properties. Clay and mud, in particular, were not just simple materials. They were seen as sacred tools for both physical and spiritual healing. The Maya used clay and mud to treat a variety of skin conditions, from rashes to infections. They recognized that these earthy substances could draw out toxins, reduce inflammation, and promote healing. For example, they would create poultices by mixing clay with water and medicinal herbs, applying them directly to affected areas. This practice was especially effective for treating wounds and soothing irritated skin, as the clay's natural minerals helped to cleanse and rejuvenate the skin. But the use of clay and mud went beyond just physical healing. The Maya believed that the earth itself was alive with spiritual energy, and by using its materials, they could tap into that power. Clay and mud were often used in purification rituals, where they were applied to the body to draw out negative energies and restore balance. These rituals were deeply symbolic, representing a return to the earth's nurturing embrace and a renewal of the individual's connection to the natural world. One of the most intriguing uses of clay was in detoxification practices. The Maya would create mud baths or full-body applications to cleanse the body of impurities. They believed that this process not only removed physical toxins but also cleared the mind and spirit, preparing the individual for spiritual renewal. These treatments were often accompanied by prayers and offerings to the gods, emphasizing the sacred nature of the earth's gifts. The spiritual significance of clay and mud in Maya medicine highlights their holistic approach to health. They saw the body, mind, and spirit as interconnected, and their use of earth-based remedies reflects this belief. By harnessing the natural properties of clay and mud, they were able to address both physical ailments and spiritual imbalances, creating a comprehensive system of healing that honored the earth's wisdom. As we continue to explore the mysteries of Maya medicine, we'll next uncover how storytelling played a vital role in their healing practices. Stay with us as we delve into the power of myths and oral traditions in preserving and sharing their medical knowledge. Moving from the earthy remedies of clay and mud, we now step into the world of words and wisdom. The ancient Maya understood that healing wasn't just about physical treatment, it was also about the stories that shaped their understanding of health and well-being. Storytelling was a cornerstone of Maya culture, and it played a vital role in their medicinal practices, passing down knowledge from one generation to the next. The Maya believed that myths and stories were more than just entertainment, they were powerful tools for teaching and healing. Through these tales, they conveyed important lessons about the body, the mind, and the spirit. For example, stories often featured gods and heroes who overcame illness or injury, demonstrating the importance of resilience and the power of faith. These narratives weren't just inspiring, they were practical guides offering insights into how to prevent and treat ailments. One of the most fascinating aspects of Maya storytelling was its connection to the natural world. Many myths revolved around plants, animals, and celestial events, linking health to the rhythms of nature. A story about a healing herb, for instance, might explain its medicinal properties while also emphasizing its spiritual significance. This dual approach ensured that listeners not only learned how to use the herb but also understood why it was sacred. Oral traditions were the lifeblood of Maya medicine. In a society without written medical texts, stories served as a living library of knowledge. Healers, often elders or shamans, would recount these tales during rituals or gatherings, ensuring that the wisdom of the past remained alive. These stories weren't static, they evolved over time, adapting to new challenges and discoveries while preserving the core principles of Maya healing. The power of storytelling extended beyond education. It also had therapeutic value. The act of listening to a story could calm the mind, reduce stress, and foster a sense of connection to the community. For the Maya, healing was as much about emotional and spiritual well-being as it was about physical health, and stories provided a way to address all three. As we reflect on the role of storytelling in Maya medicine, it's clear that their approach was deeply holistic. By weaving together lessons about health, nature, and spirituality, they created a rich tapestry of knowledge that continues to inspire us today. Next, we'll explore how the Maya harnessed the transformative power of fire in their healing rituals, uncovering yet another layer of their remarkable medicinal practices. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most elemental forces in nature, fire. For the ancient Maya, fire was far more than a source of warmth or light. It was a sacred tool for healing and transformation. In their rituals, fire played a dual role, serving both practical and symbolic purposes that intertwined the physical and spiritual realms. The Maya believed fire had the power to purify and renew. In healing ceremonies, flames were used to cleanse the body and spirit, burning away illness and negative energy. This purification process often involved passing objects such as herbs or offerings through the fire to imbue them with its transformative energy. The smoke from these rituals was thought to carry prayers and intentions to the gods, creating a bridge between the human and divine worlds. One of the most striking examples of fire's role in Maya medicine was its use in sweat baths or temazcals. These structures, often heated by fire, were designed to induce intense sweating, which was believed to expel toxins and restore balance to the body. The heat of the fire was seen as a life-giving force, capable of driving out illness and revitalizing the spirit. Shamans would often chant or pray during these sessions, invoking the power of fire to amplify the healing process. Fire also held deep symbolic meaning for the Maya. It represented the sun, a central figure in their cosmology and a source of life and energy. By harnessing fire in their rituals, they sought to align themselves with the sun's power, drawing strength and vitality from its celestial counterpart. This connection between fire and the sun underscored the Maya's belief in the interconnectedness of all things, earth, sky, and the human body. In addition to its spiritual significance, fire had practical applications in Maya medicine. It was used to sterilize tools, prepare medicinal herbs, and even cauterize wounds. The Maya understood that fire could both destroy and create, making it a versatile tool in their healing practices. Its ability to transform materials, turning wood into ash or clay into pottery, mirrored their belief in the body's capacity for renewal and recovery. As we explore the Maya's use of fire, it's clear that their approach to healing was deeply rooted in the natural world. Fire, with its dual nature of destruction and creation, embodied the essence of their medicinal philosophy: balance, transformation, and the enduring connection between the physical and spiritual. Next, we'll delve into the intriguing role of tattoos and scarification in Maya healing practices, uncovering how these permanent marks served as both protection and medicine. Moving from the transformative power of fire, we now step into the world of permanent marks and their profound significance in Maya healing practices. Tattoos and scarification were not merely decorative for the ancient Maya. They were powerful tools for both spiritual protection and medicinal purposes. These practices were deeply intertwined with their beliefs about the body, the soul, and the forces that governed their world. The Maya used tattoos and scarification to create permanent marks on the skin, often infused with symbolic meanings. These marks were believed to offer protection against evil spirits, illnesses, and misfortune. For example, certain patterns or symbols were thought to ward off negative energies, while others were designed to attract the favor of the gods. The process of receiving these marks was itself a ritual, often accompanied by prayers, chants, and offerings to ensure their effectiveness. The tools used for tattooing and scarification were as fascinating as the practices themselves. Sharpened obsidian blades, bone needles, and thorns were commonly employed to etch designs into the skin. Pigments made from natural materials such as charcoal or plant dyes were then rubbed into the wounds to create lasting images. The pain endured during these procedures was seen as a form of sacrifice, strengthening the individual's connection to the spiritual realm and enhancing the protective power of the marks. Scarification, in particular, was used not only for spiritual purposes but also as a form of medicine. By creating controlled wounds and scars, the Maya believed they could release harmful energies trapped within the body. This practice was sometimes used to treat ailments like chronic pain or infections, with the scars serving as permanent reminders of the healing process. The act of scarification was often performed by skilled healers or shamans, who understood the delicate balance between physical harm and spiritual benefit. The designs chosen for tattoos and scarification were not random. They were carefully selected based on the individual's needs and the guidance of spiritual leaders. Common motifs included animals, celestial symbols, and geometric patterns, each carrying its own unique meaning. For instance, a jaguar tattoo might symbolize strength and protection, while a serpent design could represent transformation and healing. These images were more than art, they were a language of the soul, communicating the wearer's connection to the divine and their place in the cosmos. As we reflect on the Maya's use of tattoos and scarification, it's clear that these practices were far more than skin deep. They were a testament to the Maya's belief in the body as a sacred vessel, capable of carrying both physical and spiritual imprints. These permanent marks served as bridges between the earthly and the divine, offering protection, healing, and a profound sense of identity. Next, we'll uncover the surprising role of insects in Maya medicine, exploring how these tiny creatures played a big part in their healing traditions. Now, let's venture into a fascinating and perhaps unexpected aspect of Maya medicine, the use of insects as healing agents. While many might cringe at the thought of insects playing a role in medicine, the ancient Maya saw these tiny creatures as powerful allies in their quest for health and well-being. From ants to beetles, insects were not just pests to the Maya. They were vital components of their medicinal toolkit, offering remedies for pain, infection, and even spiritual ailments. One of the most intriguing examples of insect-based medicine was the use of ants for pain relief. The Maya would carefully position live ants near areas of the body experiencing pain, allowing the ants to bite or sting the affected area. While this might sound painful in itself, the venom from certain ant species was believed to have numbing properties, providing temporary relief from discomfort. This practice was often used for conditions like arthritis or muscle pain, showcasing the Maya's innovative approach to harnessing nature's resources. Beetles, too, played a significant role in Maya healing practices. Certain species of beetles were ground into powders or pastes and applied to wounds to prevent infection. The Maya believed that these insects carried protective properties, capable of warding off harmful bacteria and promoting faster healing. In some cases, beetle-based remedies were also used to treat skin conditions, with the insect's natural compounds believed to cleanse and rejuvenate the skin. Beyond their physical applications, insects held deep cultural and spiritual significance for the Maya. They were often seen as messengers between the human world and the divine, embodying qualities like resilience, transformation, and renewal. For example, the metamorphosis of a caterpillar into a butterfly was a powerful symbol of healing and rebirth, inspiring the Maya to incorporate insects into rituals aimed at restoring balance and health. The use of insects in Maya medicine also reflects their profound understanding of the natural world. They observed the behaviors and properties of these creatures closely, recognizing their potential to aid in healing long before modern science confirmed the medicinal value of certain insect-derived compounds. This knowledge was passed down through generations, preserved in oral traditions and practical applications that continue to intrigue researchers today. As we explore the Maya's use of insects, it's clear that their approach to medicine was both practical and deeply symbolic. These tiny creatures were not just tools for healing, but also powerful symbols of the interconnectedness of life. Next, we'll delve into the vibrant world of color and its role in Maya healing practices, uncovering how hues and shades were believed to influence health and spirituality. Now, let's step into a world where color wasn't just a visual experience, but a powerful force for healing and spiritual connection. The ancient Maya believed that colors held unique energies and meanings, each capable of influencing health, emotions, and even the balance between the physical and spiritual realms. For them, color was more than decoration, it was a language of healing, woven into their rituals, clothing, and even their architecture. One of the most significant colors in Maya healing practices was red. Associated with blood, life force, and vitality, red was often used in rituals to restore energy and strength. The Maya believed that red could invigorate the body and spirit, making it a common choice for ceremonies aimed at healing physical ailments or recovering from illness. Red pigments derived from natural sources like cochineal insects were applied to the skin or incorporated into sacred objects to channel this vibrant energy. Blue, on the other hand, was deeply connected to water, the sky, and the divine. The Maya saw blue as a calming and purifying color, often used in rituals to cleanse the body and soul. Temples and ceremonial spaces were sometimes painted in shades of blue to create an atmosphere of tranquility and spiritual connection. Healers might also use blue dyes or stones in treatments to soothe emotional distress or promote mental clarity, believing that this color could help align individuals with the wisdom of the gods. Green, the color of nature and growth, symbolized renewal and balance. The Maya associated green with the lush forests that surrounded them, seeing it as a representation of life and regeneration. In healing practices, green was used to promote physical recovery and emotional harmony. Herbal remedies often included green plants, and green stones like jade were worn or placed on the body to enhance vitality and protect against illness. The Maya believed that green could help restore equilibrium, both within the individual and in their relationship with the natural world. Yellow, linked to the sun and its life-giving energy, was another important color in Maya medicine. It symbolized warmth, light, and transformation, often used in rituals to bring clarity and positivity. Yellow pigments were applied to the skin or incorporated into ceremonial objects to invoke the sun's power, believed to dispel darkness, both literal and metaphorical. For the Maya, yellow was a color of hope and renewal, helping to guide individuals through difficult times. Finally, black held a dual meaning in Maya culture. While it could represent death and the underworld, it was also seen as a color of protection and grounding. Black stones or pigments were sometimes used in healing rituals to shield individuals from negative energies or to help them connect with ancestral spirits. The Maya understood that black, like the night sky, could offer a sense of stability and introspection, essential for both physical and spiritual healing. The Maya's use of color in medicine reveals their profound understanding of the interconnectedness of the physical and spiritual worlds. Each hue carried its own symbolism and purpose, offering a unique pathway to healing and balance. As we move forward, we'll explore how the Maya relied on the power of community to enhance their healing practices, showing how collective rituals and support played a vital role in maintaining health and well-being. Now, let's shift our focus to the heart of Maya society, the community. For the ancient Maya, healing wasn't just an individual journey, it was a collective effort. They believed that the strength of the community played a vital role in restoring and maintaining health, both physically and spiritually. In their worldview, illness was often seen as a disruption not only to the individual but to the entire group, and healing required the participation of everyone. One of the most striking examples of this communal approach was the use of collective rituals. These ceremonies brought people together to pray, chant, and perform sacred dances, all aimed at restoring balance and harmony. The Maya believed that the energy generated by a group could amplify the healing process, creating a powerful force that could drive away illness and negative energies. Whether it was a village gathering to pray for a sick member or a larger ceremony to protect the community from disease, these rituals were a testament to their belief in the interconnectedness of all life. Prayer was another cornerstone of community healing. The Maya often turned to their gods and ancestors for guidance and support, believing that divine intervention could aid in recovery. During times of illness, entire communities would come together to offer prayers, sometimes accompanied by offerings of food, flowers, or incense. These acts of devotion were not just symbolic, they were seen as essential steps in restoring the spiritual balance necessary for physical healing. Even in everyday life, the Maya relied on the support of their community to maintain health. Families and neighbors would often share herbal remedies, offer care to the sick, and provide emotional support during difficult times. This sense of solidarity extended beyond immediate family, creating a network of care that ensured no one faced illness alone. The Maya understood that healing was as much about emotional and social well-being as it was about physical health, and their practices reflected this holistic approach. The role of community in Maya healing practices reminds us of the power of togetherness. By coming together, they not only strengthened their bonds but also created an environment where healing could flourish. As we move forward, we'll explore the final practice in our journey, the enduring legacy of Maya medicine, and how their ancient wisdom continues to inspire us today. Now, as we reach the final chapter of our journey, let's reflect on the lasting impact of the ancient Maya and their remarkable medicinal practices. The legacy of Maya medicine is not confined to the pages of history. it lives on, influencing modern medicine and culture in ways that continue to astonish us today. Their deep understanding of the natural world, combined with their spiritual approach to healing, has left an indelible mark on how we think about health and wellness. One of the most profound ways the Maya have influenced modern medicine is through their extensive knowledge of medicinal plants. Many of the herbs and remedies they used, such as cacao for heart health or chaya leaves for inflammation, are now being studied by scientists for their potential benefits. Researchers are uncovering the science behind these ancient treatments, validating what the Maya knew centuries ago. This bridge between ancient wisdom and modern science highlights the timeless relevance of their practices. Beyond the physical, the Maya's holistic approach to health, balancing the body, mind, and spirit, has inspired contemporary healing traditions. Practices like sweat baths, herbal remedies, and even the use of music and dance for healing are finding their way into modern wellness routines. The Maya understood that true healing goes beyond treating symptoms. It involves restoring harmony to the entire being, a concept that resonates deeply in today's world of integrative medicine. The spiritual dimension of Maya medicine also continues to captivate and inspire. Their rituals, prayers, and connection to the divine remind us that healing is as much about faith and community as it is about medicine. This perspective has influenced modern spiritual healers and practitioners who seek to blend ancient traditions with contemporary practices, creating a more holistic approach to health. Even in the realm of surgery and physical treatments, the Maya's ingenuity shines through. Their use of obsidian blades for precise surgeries and their advanced techniques for setting bones have paved the way for modern surgical tools and methods. The precision and care they demonstrated in their medical practices are a testament to their skill and knowledge, which continue to inspire medical professionals today. The Maya's legacy is not just about the past, it's about the future. Their practices remind us of the importance of respecting nature, valuing community, and embracing a holistic view of health. As we continue to explore and learn from their wisdom, we honor their contributions and carry forward the lessons they left behind. The ancient Maya may have lived centuries ago, but their healing traditions remain a source of inspiration, guiding us toward a deeper understanding of health and well-being. And with that, we conclude our exploration of the 30 mysterious medicinal practices of the ancient Maya. From bloodletting rituals to the power of community healing, their practices reveal a civilization that was not only advanced but deeply connected to the world around them. What do you think about their enduring legacy? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating journeys into the mysteries of history. Until next time, stay curious as we wrap up this journey through the 30 mysterious medicinal practices of the ancient Maya. It's impossible not to marvel at their ingenuity and spiritual depth. From bloodletting rituals that connected them to the gods to their advanced use of herbal remedies and surgical techniques, the Maya demonstrated a profound understanding of both the physical and spiritual aspects of healing. Their practices were not just about treating illness, they were about restoring balance and harmony to the entire being, a concept that feels remarkably relevant even today. Think about it, the Maya's use of sweat baths for purification, their intricate knowledge of medicinal plants, and their belief in the healing power of music and dance all point to a civilization that saw health as a holistic journey. They didn't just heal the body, they nourished the soul, and in doing so, they left behind a legacy that continues to inspire and inform modern medicine and wellness practices. Their spiritual rituals, like the use of hallucinogenic enemas or the reverence for sacred caves and healing waters, remind us that healing is as much about faith and connection as it is about science. And their practical innovations, such as the precision of obsidian blades in surgery or the use of honey as an antibacterial agent, show just how advanced their medical knowledge truly was. The Maya were not just healers, they were visionaries, blending the natural and the supernatural in ways that still leave us in awe. So, what can we learn from the ancient Maya? Perhaps it's the importance of viewing health as a balance between body, mind, and spirit. Or maybe it's the reminder that healing is a communal effort rooted in both science and faith. Whatever the lesson, their practices challenge us to think differently about how we approach health and well-being in our own lives. Now it's your turn to reflect. Which of these ancient Maya practices surprised or inspired you the most? Do you see any parallels between their methods and modern approaches to health? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the mysteries of the Maya, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating explorations into the past. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of history.